was when there was a riot in Millhaven, and that's the same year that there was one in Attica, and there was a slogan came out of Attica: Attica is all of us, just to make people identify. And there was a number of movies and stuff made about Attica. Let's see. What did I write here? Oh yeah, the other person that died, that led to the formation of Prison Rights Day or Prison Justice Day was Bobby Landers. He died in the prison the same way. He had a heart condition he complained about, and they just ignored him, and he died of a massive heart attack. And that's what led to Prison Justice Day. Let's see, that's May 5th, Ontario Correctional. Oh, and also at that same time, and this I found interesting, they were discussing how many people were being held in prison on remand, and the number of people on remand apparently is going through the roof. There are twice as many people on remand as there are on sentence. So that they were talking about that way back, for heaven's sake, in 76, 77. And here we are today talking about, there was a report just issued about that. I haven't seen the report yet, but I want to see it. Now what else was it? Oh yeah, here you are. Toby Vigod wrote a whole paper on the remand policy. That was in January 1975. She wrote about that. All right. Okay, 76. Yeah, and the BC Pen, the thing that was about was Mary Steinhauser. She was murdered, a community worker that worked in the prisons. Okay, the workshop.
How was she murdered?
By the guards.
By the guards?
They moved in and they had a bunch of guns in a big bucket. They mixed the guns up so nobody would know who took the shot, and they killed her. They murdered her because they thought she was sympathetic to the prisoners, which she was.
And this is where?
BC Pen.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a report on it in there somewhere. Oh, and there was an interesting quote on solitary confinement by Dickens, of all things, where he says that tampering with the brain was worse than any crime you could commit. Yeah. Where's the second part of that? I had two parts. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I want to get the latest statistics on how many institutions there are across the country, because this was written in 76, 77. There were 13 institutions. There's more than that in one province nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. There it is, and there's November 77. There were 24 federal prisons.
1977?
Yeah. And there were 9,413 beds. There was space enough for 11,280. So that's, And what they said in the article was that, so for 1,867 empty beds, they spent $460 million on constructing more prisons. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's when we were in May of '75. We were on a fast outside the Don jail where they were going to hang someone. That was to do with the capital punishment. I had pictures of that somewhere. Oh, those were the ones you saw, I think.
Yeah, I
Or-
love those.
Whatever the hell I did with them. Now, now when I was looking at all these notes, what I was trying to do was find a way to shorthand that and bring it up to date. So I was looking at Prison Justice Day, Bobby Landers and Eddie Nayland, and then the remand and bail issue, and then the death penalty and segregation, the isolation.
It says here that in like 2005 and 6, there's 192 correctional facilities across Canada.
Is that federal or provincial?
Across Canada. So 76 are under federal,
76.
and 116 are under provincial territorial.
Okay. 76. And what was the figures I gave you there a moment ago?
Like 13. Yeah.
Holy jeez. And I've got where they were quoted from. I have them in here somewhere. Oh my God. Yeah, and then that's only the ones. I wonder how many of them are actual prisons and how many of them are, like at the provincial level, the majority of people in them would probably be on remand, which apparently is increasing like mad.
Apparently in 2004-5, the provincial system, 30% of female prisoners are Aboriginal.
In Ontario? Wow.
No, like, yeah. And then with men or Aboriginal adults, 4% of the total Canadian adult population.
Is Indigenous, yeah.
24% provincial sentenced,